was completely paralyzed for a duration of like 2 months. When it feels like something is terribly wrong with you and you don't know what it is, you don't really always dare to take the bigger step. There's a Patreon and everything in the video description. Times are desperate, really need help, so if someone wants to help out, you can.
Being Ugly, my experience was uploaded early 2018 and would gather millions of views and worldwide recognition. In the video, a guy is talking about how something as unchangeable as your appearance can have horrendous consequences, and in some instances, even ruin your life. It's a topic not often brought up, and it's a rare view into how people less fortunate with their looks, like Destro, as he calls himself. And you can't really help but to feel for the guy. On the surface, a seemingly sweet guy whose goal in life is to empower people in similar situations as him. But a deeper dive reveals a much more deceitful truth about his intentions. If you've ever tuned into any of Destro's videos, his deteriorating health is always a topic getting brought up.
My current situation is kinda terrible. I'm currently having the worst health in my life. Trouble breathing, very much trouble eating. I'm really ill all the time.
Chest seizures, since my health problems are terrible.
In tandem, he always brings up that he's saving up to get healthier, saving up to get tested, and saving up to get surgery, with a Patreon link conveniently plugged into every single one of his videos. Now at first glance, asking your fanbase who deeply care about you for their help might not seem strange at all, but that is because he doesn't tell you how the Swedish healthcare system actually works. Swedish healthcare is free. Destro is living in Sweden, and unlike the United States, healthcare in Sweden is provided for free by the government. In Sweden, if you're in need of surgery, it's all for free. This is where I start to question Destro's behavior. The majority of his fanbase are Americans and might not know this about Sweden, and some might even call this an abuse of power, since Destro isn't actually in any need for money for his treatment, because healthcare in Sweden is free to those in need. But that raises another question: is he in need? Destro is 28 years old in the making of this video, and it will probably come as a surprise when I say this, but Destro has never had a job, and that isn't because he got insanely rich parents or got famous at an early age. He's actually been living off of welfare his entire life, and his reason for why is vague, to say the least.
And I always missed classes all the time, and to be honest, that was basically because I was just lazy and fat. My stomach hurts and I just could skip school. It took like an hour to get there. That drive completely wore me out every single time, so I just basically stopped skipping school. We had a meeting and I explained how I was feeling. They said, well, we're gonna put you on LSS or whatever it is.
Now, I would never mock anyone with mental illnesses, but when you, in your own words,
to be honest, that was basically because I was just lazy and fat,
is your reason for living off of welfare and eating up our taxes and lying to your fans for Patreon donations and super chats. To me, who lives in Sweden, it's a punch to the gut. What about his other health issues? Well, it gets a bit more complicated. He has chest pains.
Like something goes like this, somewhere in my chest area.
He has throat issues.
There was something in my back, neck or throat that just completely snapped out of place.
The thing is, every time the doctors explain to him that he is in good health.
So we went to the emergency, they did an x-ray, they said that we can't find anything.
He has these theories as to why they're lying, these wild conspiracy theories as to why he isn't getting the help he needs.
Every doctor, everyone are saying can't find anything. It's not just one doctor. I've been to the emergency roughly 7 to 8 times the past 4 or 5 years. I've done at least 100 blood samples. At least. I've changed hospital 3 times. I've had 10 different doctors. After they make tests, we don't see any, we can't help you.
This leads him to not accept the doctor's verdicts and demands further examinations. Since these demands aren't valid, Destro is getting these extremely low priority queues, forcing him to wait for years until further examinations. This has gone on for the past decade, and it is an abuse of the Swedish healthcare system. Meanwhile, He also tells his fans another reason why he can't work is because he got low work energy, which of course worries his fans even more.
I have a low work focus. My energy levels are lower than they should be, around like 25%. Basically, I can't really do something for a long time of duration.
However, he seems to be very selective with what he has and hasn't got energy for. For instance, he can't work, but what he can do instead is sit and play New World all day. Calculating the average amount of hours he's had to play since the release of New World to reach 800 hours of playtime, he's had to play an average of 2.88 hours of New World every single day. So he has got energy for that apparently. And what does he buy for his well-earned Patreon money? Well, since the surgeries are free, a brand new TV, a PS5, and the list of toys go on. Now, I'm not a doctor by any means, but not being honest with your fans who sympathize with you, even though you're doing well for yourself, I do take a stance against. Thanks for watching. I'm a new content creator, so every like, sub, or interaction is greatly appreciated. Thank you.